What's up, YouTube? Hefe coming to you, Captain Awesome's Fish Room. I know y'all probably thought that it was going to be another video with no commentary. Guys, I cannot shut up that long, okay? The last two videos, just kind of chilling out in the fish room and wanted y'all to see what I was looking at. That's basically what it was. I mean, I got to do that sometimes. I mean, every once in a while I do some videos with no commentary. And, it pisses a few people off because y'all like, y'all like me rambling on about stuff. So, I'm adding a new name to my catchphrase. What's up, YouTube? Hefe coming to you, Captain Awesome's Fish Room. We're going to add Jeffachromus brovi to that. My boy Mike, Mr. Man 316, just sent me a message, and it said Jeffachromus brovi. So I thought that was dope. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to saying it at the beginning of each video. But, it made me smile and laugh when I saw it. So, I'm going to say it. And, hopefully some of y'all get a kick out of it. If you don't, you can just fast forward over that part if you want. I'm trying to think of a topic I want to talk about. There's just so many things that I want to talk about. While there's a clamp hanging down inside my aquarium up there. God, Jeff, what are you doing? What kind of operation are you running around here? Anyways, talk about this little female here real quick. You can see that she is plump-a-dump-luphagus. I mean, this fish is fat with eggs, okay? And then Mr. Big Rig here has his little Peter coming out. Her tube is starting to drop, guys. I'm gonna try to let y'all see it, but I mean, they're just not digging me being close to this tank right now. Yeah, you can see it right there, right by the anal fin. But yeah, so I'm expecting a spawn within the next couple days. I know y'all saw the video yesterday, but these guys are really hitting it off right now. I mean, I can barely even put food in the tank without the aggressor right there trying to purge me. But, I guess I'm going to talk about the hobby a little bit. We all know that we watch these videos because we love the aquarium hobby, but I want to talk about what this hobby really means to me. This hobby has been a life-changing task, I guess. This hobby has really changed my life, guys. I was going through, nothing severe. I mean, I was going through, a little bit of some problems. A few of y'all know what I'm talking about. But we're just going to call it some problems. I mean, I wasn't in trouble or anything like that. I mean, I was in trouble with myself, more or less, but not any law trouble or anything like that. I mean, I'm not a gangster thug or anything. But, I was going through some trouble. My mom, being the greatest person in the world that she is, bought me a fish tank. And guys, let me tell you something. That fish tank coupled with lilies are out of dormancy. Damn, Katie, I didn't know you were growing lilies. Damn, that's badass. Wonder when they're gonna flower. Oh, damn, I'm making a... Sorry, guys, I got a message. Anyways, don't mind that. Anyways, my mom, she got me a little 10-gallon tank, and right there, coupled with the medication that I have to take for the rest of my life, changed my life forever. The aquarium hobby changed my life forever, and damn, that stain looks good. That's straight professional. Changed my life for good, and for the better, I may rather. Anyways, when I got that 10-gallon, I set it up, And, you know, I mean, I set it up, I let the filter run for 48 hours, you know, the common myths, the common misconceptions in the hobby. And I went out and I bought me some neon tetras, alright? So I put the neon tetras in there, you know, a few of them died off within an hour, but the rest of them died off overnight. And that boggled my mind. I couldn't understand why I couldn't keep fish in water when they came from water. Now, mind you guys, I was completely new to the hobby at this point. Okay, so after that, I started reading. You know, just having like an ecosystem inside that small of a space intrigued me enough to go to the bookstore and buy some books on the aquarium hobby. The encyclopedia, the complete encyclopedia of freshwater, or something like that, was one of the first books I ever bought, guys. And if y'all are looking for something to help you start up inside this hobby, definitely check out that book. I'll put the name inside the description. I also bought freshwater aquariums for dummies. I bought a few plant books, and I subscribed to Tropical Fish Hobbyist. Now, before I even thought about putting more fish in that tank, what I did was I read and read and read some more. I studied the nitrogen cycle in and out and in and out. That's what she said. But I mean, when I say I studied this, guys, like, I mean, I'm a deconstructionist, okay? And if y'all don't know what a deconstructionist is, you know, look it up online. But the breakdown of a deconstructionist is, say you have one part, alright? You take that apart and you get 2 parts. Well, if you take those 2 apart, you get 4 parts. And if you take those 4 apart, then you have 8 parts, okay? Now that's assuming that each of them split in half equally and stuff like that. Basically what that means is that when I want to know something, I break it down to its simplest form, okay? So that's what a deconstructionist is. I'm like that by nature. I break down everything so I understand it fully, because if I talk about something, I want to know what I'm talking about. So anyways, I broke it down. I learned about the nitrogen cycle. I learned about fish husbandry. I learned about water parameters. I learned, you know, I mean, I learned a lot about the aquarium hobby within the couple months I was reading and studying it. I also, you know, paid a few dollars to go to TCC, which is Tarrant County College, to sit in on a few, I forget what they're called, but they're courses on ecosystems and stuff like that. You know, I paid a few bucks to sit in on some classes with that, and you know, one of the professors actually asked me if I wanted to, you know, apply for that, anyways, I'm rambling. But, you know, I studied it, and I learned about it, and, you know, it progressed from there. After that, with that 10-gallon tank, now that I knew about husbandry and stuff like that, I didn't go out and buy, like, 15 neon tetras like I did before. What I did is I went out, I got me a schooling fish. Some of y'all may know them as Harlequin rasboras. I bought 6 of them. Okay, now if you know anything about schooling fish, you'll know that, you know, you need at least 6 of them for them to be comfortable. So I got 6, which, adding that to that small of a water volume is kind of a risk, but I felt like I was prepared to take that risk, which I succeeded with. I continued to have those rasboras in there. And at this point, I started adding plants, and I started reading more about the Harlequin rasboras, and I started, you know, breeding them and stuff like that. So, you know, I went on for a few years like that, you know, adding a few tanks in the mix and stuff. At this point, I started getting really heavy inside the planted aquariums, and that's when I found Takashi Amano. one of my idols inside this hobby. Even though I'm really deep into Central and South American cichlids, guys, I really love Planet Aquaria. And Takashi Amano is, I mean, he's the godfather of planted tanks. I mean, everybody knows about Nature Aquarium, you know, stuff like that. I mean, he's actually the one that actually found that adding carbon dioxide to a planted tank helped the plants grow. You know, I mean, I'm sure all of y'all know the story about him sitting at the bar and then thinking about adding carbonated water to an aquarium. He did so, and then his plants started purling. And that's where, you know, CO2 injection was born, okay? So he's definitely a pioneer in the hobby and, you know, stuff like that. Well, after, you know, researching about plants and being who I am and going as deep as possible, I started getting really interested in the Amazon. Well, as y'all know, if you want to keep any really cool fish from the Amazon, you need a semi-large tank. You know, like Exodon tetras, you know, a lot of your cichlids, you know, a few other tetra species, some catfish species. One of my favorites being the red-tail catfish, which gets, you know, enormous, by the way. I've kept one. But, so I started getting into the Amazon thing, and, you know, that's when I really found a passion for cichlids. More specifically, Central and South American cichlids. You know, I was dabbling with the thought of getting a dovi at this point. You know, I'd already been keeping, let's see, what did I have back then? I think I had maybe a 10 to 12 inch arowana at that point. And I decided to start to try to breed them, and let's see, I had some Oscar action. These were wild caught Oscars, by the way, not your Petmart or Petco Oscars. But and let's see, what else did I have? Well, anyways, y'all get the point. But you know, at this point, you know, like I said, I was thinking about dovi because I had always loved dovi, okay? And I'm not, I mean, now these guys aren't from the Amazon, don't get me wrong. I'm kind of combining stories here, but they're not from the Amazon, okay? Well, these guys right here are Nicaraguan, more specifically that one. That one's from Lake Nicaragua, and that one is from Skip at Real Hard Cichlids Aquatic Kennels, but it's a Nicaraguan dovi. But anyways, you know, I was playing with the Amazon theme and toying with, you know, getting my first dovis, and I ended up doing both. You know, I set up an Amazon-themed community tank. I also got some dovi. The wild caughts were a little expensive for me at that point in my life, but I did find some quality dovi. And at that point, I again turned around, and I don't know how I did this, how I got out of it, but I turned around and I flip-flopped back to plants. I set this tank up right here as a planted tank for a while. That was a planted tank. This over here was a planted tank. That 55 wasn't in here yet. The 40 wasn't in here yet. I had a 55 out in my living room that was a planted tank as well. And this was just about the point when I started working at the True Percula in Arlington as freshwater manager there. And, you know, I got really, really heavy into plants at that point. You know, it didn't help that that was, you know, a store where you could buy quality freshwater plants. You know, it got me more into it. But anyways, you know, one thing led to another, and I left the True Percula. You know, no hard feelings towards them, even though I don't like the owners. And you know, I went through a stage where I wanted nothing to do with aquariums, but I still maintained mine. If that doesn't make sense, I can't explain it because it didn't really make sense to me. But, anyways, I pretty much just ripped out every single plant that I had. I sold them locally. I gave some away to my friends. I donated some to my buddy at Fish Paradise, more particularly my Hygrophila polysperma sunset that I wish I would have never gotten rid of. But anyways, well, I got more of that now anyways, but and then I started getting back into cichlids, and you know, that's at this point I got more Oscars. I wanted to breed them again. If none of y'all have ever kept Oscars, I definitely suggest you do so. They're very friendly and dog-like, and they're not as aggressive as Dovi and Umbies and stuff like that. But anyways, definitely get you some Oscars and try them out. They're definitely one of my favorite fish. They're definitely an underrated fish, and they're definitely you know, too widely sold to people that don't know how to take care of them. But that's another video in and of itself. So I wanted more Dovi, and this is about the time when I started looking for quality stock, and I found Skip online. And, you know, I think about a year or two, maybe 3 years had passed of me watching Skip, and then right around 2011, I made a YouTube account. Didn't upload any videos or anything, but I started liking videos and commenting on some of them and stuff like that. And then, let's see, right around, I want to say, the middle of 2012 is when I started talking to Skip about getting some of his Dovi. And at this point, I had already found 2 wild-caught specimens that one of my buddies had brought in that owned another fish store that no longer owns the fish store. It's closed down since then. But I found those 2 and I started raising them. Well, lo and behold, Skip contacts me and says, "Hey, blah, 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 blah." One thing led to another. I get 2 Dovi from Skip. They both ended up being male. No fault of Skip's, though, because that one did look like a female when I got it. So shout out to Fish Law 1 at, you know, Skip at Real Hard Cichlids Aquatic Kennel. Shout out to him. You know, definitely a godfather in the hobby. So that's how I ended up with Big Rig. And, you know, guys, Big Rig was about this big when I got him. I mean, he was seriously about 5 inches when I got him. And then I started dabbling in the notion of getting Umbies and Freddies and some Motaguins. Well, that's right about the time when I started talking to, or not talking to, but I found Cichlid Man 09's channel. So shout out to Cichlid Man 09, Forrest, buddy. Shout out to you, brother. But I started watching his videos. I loved the fish that he has. Or I love the fish that he has now, too. And I started, you know, toying with the notion about contacting him and getting some. Well, then I started uploading videos. People started liking my videos. And I ordered from Forrest. Got my Umbies, got some Freddies, and, you know, maybe a couple other things. I don't remember. But y'all know what happens from there. I mean, if you watch my videos, you've seen me grow on YouTube. You know, I started uploading videos about 5, maybe 6 months ago, and my channel has grown into what it is now. So, you know, if that says anything, I just want y'all to know how passionate I am about this hobby and what it means to me. You know, I mean, I've had people tell me that, you know, Katie, for example, told me that my energy was contagious in my videos. I'm glad that that shows and goes through the videos and touches y'all, because the passion that I have for this hobby goes well beyond you know, what y'all see me doing inside these videos. I probably spend about 4 to 5 hours a day in this fish room taking care of these fish, making sure they're healthy, making sure, you know, they're full of just everything they need as far as water quality, food, filtration, everything. You know, I literally spend a lot of time in my fish room every day, on top of spending time with my wife and my son. So, you know, I mean, this hobby is a big part of my life, and I'm glad that I can share it with y'all. And I really appreciate all the subscriptions, all the likes, all the comments, all the criticism, all the negative criticism. I really appreciate it all, guys. Even if you can't stand my videos, I appreciate you letting me know, you know, because maybe one day I can do something that will appease you as well. You know, not to say that I'm, you know, anyways. But I just really appreciate all my subscribers. I really appreciate, you know, y'all commenting on my videos, letting me know how much y'all like my fish. The last 2 days with my Dovi and my Umbi videos, you know, that just really shows, and just really appreciate that, and it makes me feel good to know that my passion comes through my videos into your fish room, or, you know, on your screen, or wherever you're watching my videos at. I mean, I'm deeply humbled at the fact that people enjoy watching my videos, and, you know, that I've touched so many people in this hobby. You know, I greatly appreciate it. You know, for those of you that watched my videos and actually stayed in the hobby, that's awesome. That is awesome. That is why I created this channel. You know, that's why it's grown so fast, in my opinion, is because I share my passion, and it comes through this screen into your fish room and makes you happy. So with that said, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. You know, I hope y'all enjoyed my little story. It's a little bit different from what, you know, I normally upload, but, you know, I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. And with that said, guys, be sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking. This is what I'm doing. This is what I've done. And y'all have an awesome Monday. Peace.